A warm welcome to Kristin Jensen Dodge. Thank you so much for being with us on the Ojai Day of Peace 2020 with the UN theme of Shaping Peace Together. So honestly, Kristin, I would have liked to have you as my teacher. You are so passionate, have your heart in the right place, and really care for students. You awake in me a sense of childlike wonder. So thank you for being with us today.
My pleasure. Very
Yeah,
much.
so I'm thanking you too. And I'm going to just read a little bit of your bio here, just so people have a little broader idea. So Kristin Jensen Dodge, this is her 32nd year of teaching. My first 12 years were in elementary, kindergarten through 6th grade, and this will be my 20th year teaching 8th grade English language arts and AVID, which is a program for students who, like me, will be the first in their family to earn a university degree. My peace and justice work began in my 2nd year of college with Beyond War. I feel that I have been called to inspire young people to find the path of peace, both personally and societally. I'm honored to be an educator and to have never stopped learning. I am also extremely blessed to have found my soulmate later in life, as Lisa and I did. And we work jointly to create peace at home and in our larger community and world. Welcome, Kristin, and please share your approach to teaching for this challenging time for teachers,
Yeah.
for parents and students.
Yes, I'm happy to do so. It's definitely been challenging, and I am very aware of my privilege in the fact that I've been able to receive a paycheck this whole time with my health benefits that so many people do not have. Many of my families, as a matter of fact, of my students, and so I'm very aware of that, and I'm also very lucky that I don't have any small children to tend to at home, just a small dog and a husband who is at work a lot. So I'm able to dedicate a lot of time. So over this summer, I was able to spend, I lost count at 80 hours, but well over 80 hours of my own personal time learning, attending multitude of webinars and online learning situations where I could really get a better handle on online distance teaching. I learned a lot, and I've been trying to implement it, and I have a very close group of colleagues who we are in a tech stream together, and we're constantly helping each other out, posing questions to each other. I mean, we really are, just as this year's United Nations theme of we're in this together. We really are, and it's we must shape the world that we need together. And so that has been made more apparent. And so I think that has, I see that in my 8th grade students. I see a kinder, more empathetic group of young people. They're more appreciative of their parents, of their lives than ever before. And I guess that makes a lot of sense when there's so much that's challenging and scary, and they're so isolated, and they're taking on a lot more responsibility. A lot of my kids are on their own all day long. And not only are they on their own, they're tending to 2, 3, 4 siblings who they are responsible for making sure that they go to school, that they get online and do classwork. And I am trying to hold a space for that compassion for everyone's situations, but also at the same time, keeping my standards very high, which I always have had high standards, knowing that they can rise to this occasion and they can accomplish so much. And in many ways, having to be so independent is going to be a lesson learned that will give them an edge in everything in the future as well. So as hard as it is right now, I've been having wonderful conversations in English y en español también, con los padres, with the parents, with the kids. Most of my students do speak enough English to handle conversation. Academic English is a little more challenging, but so I'm trying to support the best I can, but I will not lie when I say that there are times when it just becomes almost too much, and I broke down in tears. Was that yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday? Yeah. Broke down in tears twice, not with students, but with other challenges that the people above us that aren't in the classroom, they don't quite understand the actual reality of what we're going through. But as I've communicated in staff meetings with my colleagues and with my leadership, we all have to have a lot of grace during these times with our students, with each other, with ourselves. I think it's hardest with yourself, especially when you're a person who expects a certain level of teaching to happen. This is tough, but I think every year I do a symposium at the beginning of the school year with my language arts students. Sometimes I've done it with my AVID class as well. And we look at, it's a from Awakening the Dreamer, generation waking up, and it's looking at all the world's problems and very intensely thinking about what caused this and how our thinking that we're all separated is really the biggest problem, because we're not separate. We're all connected. It's all connected. Everything's connected. Yeah. So when we look at that, and the rich responses I'm getting this year are just very heartening, that the kids are really, I feel, more, I mean, I've always seen 8th graders as very awakened. It's probably why it's my favorite grade level, because they are at that edge of, hey, I'm not a little kid anymore. Wow, I'm going to be an adult really soon. What is that going to be like? Who of all these adults in my life can I look to see that that's the model of an adult I want to be? And so it's a very exciting time to be able to empower them. Say, you are going to be the leaders in such a short amount of time. Where do you want to go? What do you want to make of this world, of yourself in this world?
So you know, Monday is International Day of Peace. And so what are your plans for your students that day?
So I was feeling a little overwhelmed about that, because I like to devote more time, but since our instructional minutes have been really tightened, especially with this kind of teaching that can happen,
yes.
I thought, what can I do? So I just started looking in all my online platforms that I've learned over the summer, and some that I knew before. And I found one in particular that I am going to use. It's from a program called Nearpod. And all I did was punch into the search engine Peace Day. And this beautiful animated, short, but very, I think, powerful and accessible for all of my students, a little program. And that's how I'm going to start my class sessions, and on Monday. And then I am going to repeat Peace Day on Tuesday, because I only see half of my classes on Monday and then the other half on Tuesday. So I will also, in addition to that, I will post, the UN always has lovely International Peace Day videos that are quite lovely. And so I will find, I haven't done that yet, but I will find the links, and I will put the links on I use Google Classroom. We're going to be using Canvas soon, but I'm not there yet. And so I'll post the links on my Google Classroom so that the kids can watch on the International Day of Peace a video about it and write a comment. I'm going to ask them to write a comment about how they see peace in their life, what makes them feel peace in their lives. So that's the plan right now.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned about you use sound vibration of a Tibetan bowl. There it is.
I do indeed.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
you know, and I always have in my classroom. I mean, always have. I have for many years in my classroom. When I, gosh, I guess 2000, 1990 something, 97. I was having severe problems with depression. I was living in the Pacific Northwest and Seattle, and it was the weather was very hard on me. And so I ended up going to a Tibetan, or a meditation center. And I found it so calming and so healing. And so I integrated that. And so this is one of the practices that I do use. So when the kids, I tell them, okay, everybody, let's get grounded, you know, make sure that you're feeling comfortable with your posture, your hands in a relaxed place. We're going to take 3 elevator breaths. We're going to go up 3 floors. We're going to step out. We're going to step back in. That's when we hold our breath. And then we're going to go down 3 floors as we exhale. And then anybody who needs to stay and ask me any questions, please do stay. So I have been doing this at the end of class, though I do feel I need to add it at the beginning as well. So here we go. You can have cameras off. That's probably easier for you to not have to focus on anybody else. And I'll signal you. I hope that was as nice for you as it was for me. Thank you, and stick around if you need my help.
Okay.
Basically how it goes. And it does ground me too, and because then I can, it's a quick thing. We go, you know, we have these class sessions, hour and 15 minutes, and then we go to the next one. It goes straight to the next one. So if I stick with kids, I try to keep my lessons to no more than 45 minutes. That's really challenging. And then the kids need extra help. So then I'm going another 55, 60 minutes. And then I've got to run to the bathroom. And then I've got, so, whew, it's quite the whirlwind.
Thank you so much for sharing that, because I hear the challenges you observe with your students. They take on one side much more responsibility, but they are also alone. They are appreciative, but they are challenged. Sometimes they have to take care for other siblings even. So, and now you are in this virtual classroom, and I have a question. Do you see sometimes like an emotional breakdown of a student, and you can include that in this virtual classroom? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, so one of the things I learned is to have a social emotional check-in for kids right at the beginning. And then what I do is I have created Nearpod and Pear Deck. There's a lot of different programs that have these where you can just pop it up on your screen and the kids can go to this particular site and then they can anonymously put how they feel. And I've created Google Forms that do it. I put funny little memes. How do you feel today? Which meme matches how you feel today? Or which emoji matches how you feel today? And then I display the results anonymously. And so it's not anonymous to me. I know who answered what, but nobody else knows. And so it's been really lovely. So like for instance, a pie chart will come up and I'll be able to say, oh my gosh, look, 58% of you are feeling sleepy. Wow, yeah, I'm feeling a little sleepy too. And then, 14% are feeling happy. That's really awesome. How lucky you are. And then 2% are feeling overwhelmed. I get that emotion, you know, and so I'm able to say you're not alone. Look how other people are feeling the way you're feeling, or if nobody else, if they're the only one, I'll say, yes, you know, because I have experienced, of course, all those emotions. We all have, we're all humans. So
Yeah.
I'm able to try to connect, and then I can follow up with kids right after. I'll just say, oh, can I have these, you know, and they don't know why I'm asking them to stay necessarily, but then I'll just wait until everybody else is gone, or I'll chat to them privately in the chat. Hey, I hope you're okay, and please come at I have an afternoon little session that's optional. And so please come to my afternoon. It's called the Scholar Success Session. Come to my afternoon session, and I'd love to, if you want to just talk, or, you know, if I can help release some of your sense of overwhelm, I would love to help with that kind of thing.
Wow, thank you so much. I mean, you've given a lot of insights into how people can include other aspects to their teaching world, to their coping with this condition. And we'll be sharing this with the community, and then we'll be posting it on our website. So may it be a viral message of peace in the classroom and empowering kids to take leadership.
Yeah, and
I
I
certainly
also,
hope so. I have to say, to all those people out there watching this who are teachers, you know, you are so valued. And it's easy to forget, especially if you get that one negative thing that happens from an administrator or a parent who gets upset at you or whatever. Please know that people really do respect educators, the majority. And there's just a small number of people, and everybody's stressed. So,
yeah. Okay.
and I appreciate that you shared, you meet with your colleagues, you are in a way connected, you have some team support, which is needed too. It's, you know, the students need it, but you need it too. You know.
We're all in this together, shaping peace together, peace in the classroom, peace in our homes, peace in the community, absolutely together.
Okay, in this view, thank you again. And
yeah, thanks so
blessings
much.
to your work.
Namaste.
Okay, bye-bye.